What would Duncan do? He'd probably walk in with something bold, something local, just like today. We're taking dessert to the next level, Firehouse style. We're turning up the heat with local flavor and legendary inspiration. So we're here today to mix two of everyone's favorite ingredients, chocolate cake and beer. Here to present it is Sean Stevens of White Squirrel.
It's gonna be rich, it's gonna be local, Jose, it's gonna be excellent. We're gonna be making memorable moments with good friends.
Awesome, let's get started. So for the dessert, we wanted to keep it really simple, so we used a box of Duncan Hines Devil Food Cake. Sean, can you tell us what sparked the creation of the nut brown?
So it was one of our originals that we created. We wanted something dark and rich, but not overpowering. And so your nut brown ale, it's gonna look dark, but it drinks unbelievably light. That's that perfect balance, and that's what I think. It's not gonna overpower the cake. It's gonna give it that richness, that, you know, that chocolatey flavor, because it's got a hint of chocolate to it too, but it won't be overpowering. We actually have used the nut brown, quite a few people have used it in quite a few different ingredients. It just cooks well.
It does.
If that makes sense.
Does. Yeah, no, the alcohol cooks out really quickly,
Yeah.
so you don't even have to worry about serving it to your kids.
Sure.
The alcohol's gone. All you've got left is flavor.
Yep.
So the only thing we really have to do here is replace the water with beer. We do have to let the beer sit for a while because we have to let that fermentation do its thing and release the carbonation so that we can mix it into our cake. Otherwise, we end up with a cake it rises too much in the center and you end up with a lot of waste that you have to cut off. Sean, you want to go ahead and pour that out?
Absolutely.
The recipe calls for 1 cup of water, so let's do 1 cup of beer.
All right.
Let that foam go over a little bit.
A little bit more.
That looks about right to me. Yeah, once that foam sits, we should have 1 cup. So everything else is honestly going to be the same. Half a cup of vegetable oil, 3 large eggs. What I like to do with the eggs is sort of separate the yolks and the whites. We whip the white to make them nice and fluffy. That just aerates the batter a little bit more, so you end up with a spongier cake instead of something that's more dense like a brownie. Once you incorporate everything, the yolks and all that, it's really just preheat your oven, throw it in the pan, and get rocking.
Let it go.
It does its own thing.
Yes, sir.
So you're always talking to me about community and how it's impacted your business and how it feeds your business. Care to elaborate more on that for us?
Yeah, since day one, we've been community driven. That was our main focus. That was at the old White Squirrel. The new White Squirrel, it's been hyper community focused. We call ourselves Bowling Green's living room. I want to support nothing but locals. You know, you're a good friend of mine. I want everyone to succeed, and I want to do whatever I can. You all support me, I support you guys, and community locals just means so much to us. My team, my family, everybody knows, like, the community means a lot to us, and I love what y'all are doing here. I love Duncan Hines Days. I love it all.
Definitely. It's a great part of living in Bowling Green.
Oh yeah, Bowling Green's great.
So without further ado, do we want to cut into this?
Absolutely.
Go ahead and start the taste testing.
Yes.
Give it a second. Chew. Take a second bite.
I'm gonna take
Let
a
us
second
know what's
bite.
going on.
So what did you use in this instead of the water?
So instead of the water, all we did was use Sean's White Squirrel Nut Brown Ale. We let it sit so that the carbonation releases, and then the alcohol obviously cooks out, during the cooking process. And you're just left with a slightly more bitter cake, but since it's devil's food, it sort of enhances that chocolate flavor.
That's completely different than a regular.
That's amazing.
Like that doesn't even taste like a regular cake. Like it's
The consistency, it's great.
yeah, it's like
Well, some of that carbonation, what it does is it actually helps sort of sponge that cake up a little bit more.
Sponginess, yeah. Oh, that's
so you end up with more aeration, and it's just easier for us to fill with the tres leches, the 3 milks. Because that's the moisture you're getting.
Okay.
This is a 3 milk cake.
I gotta keep trying it just to make sure I like
Yeah,
it.
keep trying it. Yeah.
I think if I maybe need another piece or no, it's like that's incredible.
Right with the nuts on it.
I would eat this chocolate.
Well, I am eating them.
Yeah, yeah. This is like it's incredible. That's
I really is.
like it's amazing.
So, do you think Duncan would approve?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And furthermore, do you think the crew would approve to make this in-house?
Oh yeah. Now, whether they could do it that well,
Oh, it's a box cake. It's simple.
yeah,
Follow the instructions. Do they follow instructions?
generally, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a credit. That is like,
It
that's
really
the
is.
best cake. That's the best chocolate cake I've ever had. Without a doubt. There you go.
Duncan Hines.
Can't beat it. Without a doubt, that's the best chocolate cake I've ever eaten.
Yeah.
It really is. I was like, I'm gonna
Oh,
really
yeah.
take
I'm
one.
gonna let my sister know. She's the one that slapped it all together. She's gonna be so happy. John, thank you for coming in, doing this with us, and providing the beer for us to make the cake, and just honestly everything you do in the community. You know, like you're a great person. You do so much for us all, and likewise, fire department. They're part of Bowling Green's backbone. So I'd like to thank Michael Alexander for being here and eating
thank you,
cake
guys.
with us. And
So I gotta come eat this cake.
I know it, of all the things that I would have to do today, showing up to eat cake is probably going to be the easiest.
And thank you all for having me. I appreciate it.
Join us June 1st through June 8th for Duncan Hines Days. Support local. Check out our local legends like Sean. And just support what they do for the community, for yourselves, for your family. Thank you guys.
One outstanding dessert, one outstanding guest, and one outstanding mission to keep our community connected through food. That's what Duncan would do. Join us June 1st through the 8th for Duncan Hines Days. Celebrate, eat, support local, and remember, simplicity and quality never go out of style.